Hurricane Ian damaged up to 1 million homes in Southwest Florida.
It did. But the most important number of this hurricane was the smallest number.
It was.
It was the number 6.
The number 6. Get this, Yetis. Yesterday, Google searches quadrupled for one word in particular.
2 words.
2 words, 2 words.
One search, though.
Yeah, maybe a hyphen.
Storm surge. When the wind and power of a hurricane is so immense that it pushes the water up onto the shore and then onto the land.
Like hurricanes get all the attention, but it's the storm surge that's doing all the damage.
It's the 155 mile per hour winds of this hurricane that got the attention. But those winds raised the water level in the Gulf of Mexico.
The storm surge.
By up to 12 feet.
That was the storm surge.
That was what caused all the damage.
And that's what helped make this one of the biggest and costliest hurricanes ever by the numbers.
2.5 million Floridians lost power.
Up to 1 million homes in Southwest Florida damaged by wind and flooding.
Early estimates are that $40 billion worth of property was damaged.
That is 8 lifts worth of damage.
It was a huge storm. It was a brutal storm. There were huge numbers in the storm.
But the way Jack and I see it, the most important number out of all those numbers was the smallest number, 6.
Because 6 Florida property insurance companies have failed this year.
That's 6 insurance companies that were declared insolvent in just the state of Florida.
Sounds like an issue because more than any other state, Florida needs property insurance to protect against natural disasters.
Florida needs a hero like a Geico Gecko and Aflac Duck, or maybe even, are you thinking who we're thinking of?
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm. It'd be great if he showed up.
But Florida's property insurance industry was already in a crisis before the hurricane hit.
And now they're bracing for an historic number of claims.
We all saw the pictures of like the boats that were lifted by those 12 feet of storm surge and it crashed into a home.
Everything that is cracked or broken, that is an insurance claim. So, Jack, what's the takeaway for all of our buddies affected by natural disasters?
The financial buzzword of climate change, it's really insurance.
It's insurance. Besties, the first question you end up asking after an event like this is this: did I have insurance?
We hope so. And you may have had property insurance, but that typically doesn't cover floods.
In fact, only half of Florida residents living in the floodplain even have federal flood insurance.
So half of Floridians are going to have to dip into their savings or hope for FEMA money or charity money to rebuild their homes from the damage.
Now, this leads to the second question they end up asking after an event like this.
Can I get insurance now that we've seen what kind of storms are happening?
Well, the storm surge from this hurricane was nearly triple the previous Florida record.
Nick, the 12-foot storm surge?
Yeah, Jack.
The previous Florida record was 4.5 feet.
And that is why private companies are probably going to jack up rates to account for these more frequent and more powerful hurricanes and those storm surges.
Or they may refuse to insure a home altogether.
Good point.
Because they're so close to the beach and so at risk of a hurricane in Florida.
And since the federal government provides flood insurance, which we paid for with our taxes, all of us are kind of taking on new flood risk.
Even if we don't live in Florida.
So the financial buzzword of climate change, the way we see it, it's really insurance.
Thanks for T-boying with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for Pop Biz every day.